Hey, good morning, everybody. It is 7:04, February the 11th, and I'm coming back with another free watch list for you guys. I do have a couple new mentees that just joined the mentorship program, so I will be putting a little bit more time towards that now to make sure they get exactly what they need. Again, if you want more detailed watch list analysis, if you want to be getting more of training on what you need to do for these plays, please sign up for the mentorship. I'm going to be giving a lot of in-depth training for it. Come here, kitty. Sorry, my kitty is meowing at me. So yeah, before we go into the watch list though today, I really do want to talk about COUV and kind of the market that we're in. This market that we're in, guys, is a bubble market. A lot of these big gains and percentage wins that we're seeing in the market is just not normal. And I think a lot of people are getting a little overconfident with that fact. You know, they're holding on to stocks longer than they should. They're risking big percent losses just, and it's working out for them because, if I show this chart I'm going to show you today, you're going to be like, damn, Justin, it's so easy. You just buy and you hold, which in this market, honestly, that's kind of how it is. I'm not going to lie. I don't really trade that way. My risk tolerance isn't that good. I've been through too many markets to see where it doesn't work that way. And eventually that's what other people are going to see as well. And I want to talk about COUV especially. Trading OTC markets, which is what I specialize in, and penny stocks in general, is so much good risk reward there, right? There's a lot of good money to be made, but there's a lot of risk as well because these are scammy companies. So you always have to keep that in mind and not overextend yourself. And COUV yesterday got halted. And it's still halted. Apparently, the SEC is investigating them. There was some sketchy information they put out. So now they're being investigated, and they completely halted the stock from trading at all, which is unfortunate because I know for a fact a lot of traders were buying right here at the top, hoping for a gap up next morning, or they were loading up right here during this high day break, and now they're stuck. So these are the risks you have to always keep in the back of your mind so you're not going all in on these plays. Because this is how you can blow up your account. Because if this news comes out bad and they unhalt this could halt down 40, 50, 60, or 100%. You don't know. This thing could drop 80% of its value as soon as this reopens. So you just got to be careful. Be safe. Don't follow these trends. I know a lot of people like to buy the next hot stock, especially whatever's trending on Facebook and Twitter. By that time, it's almost too late. You got to be watching these things beforehand. You got to be scanning for these stocks. You really have to be in it to get the best risk reward. Because sure, if you get into some of these stocks that are up 150, 200, 300%, and you buy in and they go up another 100%, you might feel good, but a lot of times that's not going to work and it's going to dump on you. And when the market changes and you don't sense that and you don't get that, you're not at the markets and know that the market is changing, that next time you buy up there, you're going to lose 67% of your investment. So just be careful, guys. Be safe out there. I know it's fun and it's wild right now, and it absolutely is. It's an absolutely crazy market, but just be safe. So jumping into the watch list, again, there's way too many stocks to go over today. I got some stocks on the other thing too. I'll talk about briefly. It's just kind of insane how insane this market is. I mean, I really thought that COUV news yesterday would take the wind out of a lot of these OTCs, and it did for a while. For the first half of the morning, everything just kind of fizzled out, but around 12 o'clock, which is unfortunately the time that I left the trade room because I had to go do some appointments, OTCs heated back up, and it goes to show that the market will decide what it wants, and it did not care about COUV getting halted. So good news for us in OTC land. That means we're still rocking and rolling, still got some plays. So we'll start with CVDL, CVD Life. They had some news yesterday. I'll read it up here real quick. Yep, this is the Amazon news. So basically, they're talking about that they're going to be selling through Amazon, which is good. I mean, it's good for the company. I mean, it's a big company in the press release that usually moves the price up. But yesterday it kind of fizzled out. You can tell it had a nice little gap up, and then it just kind of stayed sideways all day. On the bigger picture chart, there is some selling pressure here. So this might be it. The news came out. The news has been factored in. We'll see how it reacts today. I mean, maybe the news, circulates a little late. Maybe today's the day that news makes it pop. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it comes back down. But that's what I'm looking for is the panic dip buy per usual. So the fact that it was sideways yesterday and it had news, if it doesn't react good today, odds are it has a panic out of the open. So that's what I'm gonna be looking to buy, is a nice panic like this, hopefully a little bit more drastic, that I can buy into. DGTW, this is another stock that went sideways all morning, like I was talking about, and then around 1 o'clock it perked back up. Really hard to play this, if I'm being honest. I don't know if I'd be buying out here with this low volume. So once it had this big perk, this is where it would kind of get my attention. And I would have bought in here in the consolidation and, probably sold right here. But, that's okay. You don't have to be there for the first move. You just got to be there for the next move. And this was the first green day. And it broke past this this consolidation period, and it broke past this resistance level here at 56 cents. And it went up to 8 cents. I guess that's 5 cents technically. I don't know. I hate reading these little pennies. So 5 cents went up to 8 cents. So now the good news is it's the first green day, right? So if you've been paying attention to any of their watch lists, these first green days have had continuation days. So this one could definitely keep going, especially with all the volume it got yesterday. If that continues today, I'll try and hold this one on for longer, and I'm definitely going to watch it for a second green day. Ideally for me, it panics out the open, I can buy a dip, and then it rips up. So that's what I'm going to be watching for. If it does panic and I buy it and it starts getting stuffed, and if it can't break this high a day from yesterday, then I'll probably just cut it for a small gain, and then I'll keep it on watch and try to see if it can break that high a day at 8 cents. And if it can do that, perfect. I'm going to buy around there and try and hopefully ride a big breakout similar to what this price action looks like. HQGE, this is an awesome stock. If I go back on the 5 days here, absolutely incredible. You'll see, what day was this? This was on the 8th. It just had that incredible run and offered that amazing panic I talked about in my last watch list. And then again, it had the same action, came up, had another panic, had another bounce, had another panic, and then had a little bit of a grind. I love these panics that just, they offer so much opportunity every time. Again, the same pattern yesterday. Panic, had a nice little bounce up you could have sold into. I would have sold into that. Then I had like a smaller panic here. You could have bought into that. It would have been as ideal, but it actually would have ended up being a great entry because then it just grinded up all day. And as you can tell, it offered all these little dip opportunities for you to buy into. And the key here is when it dipped, it never broke the previous support level. So if you notice, it came up, and then it held here, right? It bounced off here, these two bottom wicks. It bounced off this 25-cent level, and then went back up. So once it did that twice and it never touched it again, that's your support now. That's where you set your risk. So when it came back down, and you see for another time, it doesn't break past that 25-cent level, that's where you got to be buying at this point, because that's your risk level. It's at 25 cents. You can buy right near there. If it goes down, you cut for a quick, easy loss. And as you can tell, it never touched it again. It just kept grinding up the whole day. And that's what you want to look for. You want to see like those higher lows or those lower highs. Yeah. You want to see those higher lows. You want to see those higher lows where, it goes higher and then it bases a little lower, but doesn't break the previous low. That's what you want to look for. And that helps you stay patient during all this chop. So your best entry would have been 25 cents there. I'm looking for a panic dip buy again, kind of how it's been doing every single day. It's up 1, 2, 3 huge green days today. So at this point, it's starting to get really overextended to me. Pretty soon, this is going to turn into a short 100%. So with that, a lot of selling pressure will start coming in. But this is a hot market. So if those shorts get squeezed, this could keep going. I mean, I'm not going to say nothing can die, because this market has been keeping things up pretty strongly. IMTL, exact same pattern, except it didn't have any dips. This one just came strong out the open, and it bounced off this 24-cent level, and then it never touched it again. So that would have been my risk. And you could have bought into this consolidation. I'm not very good at doing that. I probably would not have bought in here. I would have probably waited until later in the day. Once you start seeing it start to perk up, once it breaks past this channel and I see volume coming in, especially this big volume candle here, that would have been an indication like, okay, something's happening here. I probably would have missed this, if I'm being honest, just because it was a slow grind. But once I started seeing this action, we're starting to break past here, I probably would have bought in around here, risking the bottom of this consolidation level, which would have been about 31 cents. So I would have bought probably around 38, 39, risking 32. So risking about 5-6 cents. And then it just went straight up, and it really didn't look back. It had this little dip here, but again, same thing we say, higher lows. It's not breaking the previous support level. So that's what you want to look for. If you look at the daily chart, it closed real strong, so this could have been a good swing. I wouldn't have been swing again because that's COUV news. And here we go, breakout. So if you notice these breakouts, when they break out, they really, really work. So this broke out past 35 cents, went up to 90. It's a first green day. So again, I'm going to be keeping this on watch for some more moves. And I'm going to be grouping all my first green days together just so I can make sure I understand which ones are the first green days, which ones aren't. UATG, again, low volume in the morning, wouldn't have played. This one would have been a little bit tougher to play in my opinion. Your one entry would have been on this dip here, but it would have been kind of difficult to get a decent risk reward level because it didn't really base throughout the day. So you would have had to have had a pretty wide risk in my opinion. Or you could have played right here. Once it starts breaking out past this high day, this probably would have been your safest bet, buying the break of this resistance level midday and then selling into the spike. Again, first green day play. It was in a consolidation period for the last couple of days. So again, I'm going to keep this on watch for some more continuation. Ideally, it has a panic in the morning for me to buy into. If it does have a nice strong open, I will consider buying into that as well. RTON, this is a lot choppier. Had a big spike in the open and then a little panic down. This would have been your buy signal right here once you saw the level 2 start to turn, and then I would have sold into this pop. And then I probably wouldn't have played this rest of the day, to be honest with you, just because of how choppy it was and how liquid it kind of turned out to be. If I look at the yearly chart, so this has been the fourth green day in a row. So getting a little overextended. I'm sure a lot of shorts can be jumping in here soon. Again, I'm just going to play the panic dip buys on this at this point just because how much it is overextended. And I don't want to get caught in it coming down, especially when the first red day does happen. It's going to be ugly. HIPH, I wrote a little note here that the breakout level is at 18 cents. So I'm not going to play this until it reaches that 18-cent level or unless it has a big panic. Because what I'm looking at here is this top wick right here is the breakout level to all-time highs. So that will be my signal like, okay, this could actually run really, really, really far and I can make a really good percent gain on it. So unless it breaks 18 cents, I'm not going to touch HIPH unless it has a massive panic out the open. That'll be the only way I play it. Some other stocks that you guys can look up, which are doing the same sort of action. MJNA, it's a marijuana stock. Marijuana's been running really, really strongly. If you guys haven't been watching, Arona Cannabis, ACB, IGC, and TLRY, Tilray, and all the Tilray and CGC and ACB are like the main 3 listed weed stocks, and they've been running really strong. So whenever that happens, you know, penny stocks in the OTC generally follow those, and they have pretty big runs. So they're still going strong. So I would expect the weed sector to still stay strong throughout today. If Tilray does start to fall apart, CGC starts to fall apart, we may see some of that momentum dissipate, but we'll see. So MJMA is another good one. NUGS, Nugs, is another good one to watch. It kind of got destroyed yesterday, but it could have another panic that you could buy into today. DPWW is another stock that's going good. TSMP, this is a stock I've still been watching for freaking ever. If you go back to my other watch list, you'll see it's on there. It just hasn't been panicking enough. It's just been a slow, gradual decline. So at this point, it has just been a perfect short play. So congrats to all you short sellers out there. It hasn't had any panics for me to really buy into. So I'm still watching it. I mean, I think when it finally comes down, they'll have a really, really big panic, but we'll see. Then INKW. INKW, actually, I'm going to pull this up because this has the perfect panic chart, which I'd love to see again today. Look at that. This is what I look for. This big red pool. That is just perfect panic. It just comes straight down, and you get that rip right back up. And I did play this yesterday before I left, and I made about $900 on this play. So that was a 20% drop. And this is a per bounce. That's a 40% bounce. from the drop, 40%, right? I mean, that's easy money. And it's, if your entry doesn't work on these panics, you can just cut them for a small loss. So the risk reward of these is freaking amazing. So again, INKW is going to be on my top watch as well, just because I love the panics it gives. It had another one here. They're just super clean. So that'll be another top watch for me. Thank you guys. Again, if you want more details on how to actually trade these and get more of a walk, me grabbing your hand and walking you through it, and the live trades that accompany it, yeah, join my membership, please. I think it's a good way for everyone else to learn. I got a lot of great content this week, guys, with me trading these stocks live, and I'll be uploading all of those to my mentorship portal. I will give one away for free. I will be uploading one away for free. I'm going to try and get it uploaded Sunday, but all the rest are going to be in the mentorship portal. So please, there's multiple tiers. Find the one that fits your budget and fits your needs and what you want to do with the market, and we'll get you rolling. To my new mentees that just joined, thank you, welcome. And I'll see you at around 7:45 for our private pre-market prep. All right, guys, I appreciate y'all, and have a great day. Peace.